Hello friends, when you are preparing for MBA interviews, there are so many questions which are asked to you, and there are certain questions which are very common to be asked to all the students. One is introduce yourself, second, why MBA, and third, something about your educational qualification. I have already answered the earlier two questions in two separate videos. In this session, I am going to discuss about how you should answer a question related to your educational qualification. My dear students, as you know, MBA is a post-graduation program, and therefore your undergraduation program is very crucial because that's an eligibility, and an examiner is going to recruit you for one more course. So therefore they want to know how did you take up the previous course and how did you take your entire educational journey. And therefore, they want to know that what did you learn from it, what did you like the most about it, and how will you utilize those learning in this new program. In educational qualification field, remember few things. One, you must know all the concepts you have been taught in your 3-year or 4-year course. Even if you have 3+ years of experience. From my personal experience of interview at IIM Ahmedabad, when I entered into that IIM Ahmedabad interview room, I had some around, 6 years of experience post my engineering. I did my chemical engineering. Post that, I had 6 years of experience. I did not have any experience of chemical engineering. I was doing a business, and they were asking me a lot of questions about chemical engineering. They were asking questions about mass transfer. They were asking questions about distillation. They were asking questions about heat transfer. They were asking questions about, They were asking questions about Bernoulli's equations and so on and so forth. Not just that. After, 4-5 years of more experience, when I went for my, UPSC interview, even there as well they asked me about my educational qualification and concepts from that. Even in one of the interview which I appeared, which was for RBI, they asked for that. So my dear students, if you are preparing for IIMs, this is must, that you must talk about your educational qualification, and in that they expect you to deliver right answer to all those academic questions. Theories, laws, application, current issues connected to your qualification, very important part. You must prepare all these concepts, without which it is not going to work. You may be from commerce background, you may be from science background, you may be from engineering, you may be from arts or medical. You must prepare, and don't assume the examiner will not know about it. Because look, my experience, for example, when I entered, I had in my mind a myth, a wrong notion that look, I am a chemical engineer. I am sure the other guy may not be a chemical engineer. For sure he will not be. But to my surprise, out of 3 members in the room, 2 were chemical engineers, which I realized after joining the college. When I met those professors were chemical engineers. Remember this. You can't assume that this is going to work with you. Education qualification is very important. Now what you should prepare, as I mentioned, theory, law, application, current affair issues. Another issue they generally ask question about is, why did you take this particular course? Very standard question. They ask me, why did I take chemical engineering? Now we all know that many times we take up courses, and for example, I took course chemical engineering, and because in 12th I got good score, and that was the only the highest cutoff wala branch. I pick up that. That's it. Okay? There are no other reasons. But they don't want to listen to that reason, and obviously nobody is going to listen to that reason. You must give reason, because the question is asked to you after you completed your degree, or you are in the final year of your program. So that means it has been now 3 years, 2 years, 4 years of your program, and then they are going to ask you a question, and therefore on the hindsight you have to give that answer, and therefore your answer has to be more mature, your answer has to have more qualification in it, your answer must include lot of information, lot of deeper knowledge about your experience, your skill, your knowledge which has been taught to you in your college. Are you getting this idea? Very important. And it is also important for you to connect that whatever you have learned in your degree course, how will you utilize that in your post-graduation program? And you should also know, and you should also tell in your discussion that how will you utilize that knowledge or that degree in the future jobs or in the industry. Obviously, you are not going to, you can say, utilize the knowledge part of it, but you will be in a position to utilize in terms of the network, in terms of the kind of exposure you had. For example, there may be a company like GE, General Electric, which may be coming with respect to, you can say, recruiting people for their engineering business. So if you have done engineering, it will be useful to you. But obviously, you must go and check the varieties of the placements which are taking place in the IIMs. You have to read the varieties of the placements and which are the industries where the MBA students are going. This is what you have to identify. Remember, a B school is an academic institution. They want to check your academic capability, and to check that academic capability, they are going to ask questions on this. Is that very clear? Great. All the best.